What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Six Figure Morning Show, where we give you the best advice in business and life. Thank you guys for all the likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. You already know I really do appreciate it. Hey, man, I'll just be straight up honest with you guys because I don't really script. I've been sitting here thinking over and over what I was going to talk about, with you guys. I think I'm going to keep running with becoming your own CEO. Because so many of you want to start your own businesses. I think I'm going to keep running with that for a little while. I think I'm going to transition into that for a second. I don't know how long it will last. So I just want to open that up to you so you guys understand. I know I don't have to tell you guys what I'm doing on the channel. I don't have to. I understand that. But I like to tell you guys because ultimately this is your channel. I enjoy having the community involvement. I really do. And I mean that. I enjoy. You guys get it. Anyways, so let's run with it, man. Becoming your own CEO. Yesterday we talked about cleaning up your life. We talked about, cleaning up, deleting the emails, getting away from old friendships, things of that nature. That's pretty self-explanatory. I am going to harp on that for a minute because right now, once you've cleaned up your life and you've made the conscious decision, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand, this is a 3 to 5 year plan. Unless you're really hard hitting and motivated, you could probably knock this out in 2.5. But that's hard. Some of you will be able to do it. I did it. That's why my beard's gray. But that's why I'm bald. I tell people all the time to do what I do as fast as I do it will almost make you insane. I don't say that lightly. I'm not being an arrogant ass. I'm not bragging. I'm telling you the God's honest truth. To move and operate as fast as I move and operate, to do the things that I do will almost make you insane. Why do you think some of these I'm not saying I'm on their level. I'm just using it as an example. Why do you think some of these major Wall Street brokers and these people, when they start playing the game, they self-delete whenever they lose? Because it's so big. They're so massive. They put so much of their life behind it. You feel me? They self-delete. They hop in front of trains. Why do you think in the Great Depression they were jumping out of the windows? To do what I do as fast as I do will almost make you insane. So if any of that interests you, stick around. Listen, guys, something that we talk about a lot. So becoming your own CEO, this is what I have to explain to people a lot, especially in coaching. Something I need you to get out of your mind, at least in the beginning. Retirement is a myth. If you're trying to be a business, people talk to me all the time about retirement. They're trying to launch their business, get it off the ground, and then they start, well, what do I do for retirement? Guys, your business is your retirement. You are your retirement. Once your business starts to make so much money, that's when you could start to invest in Roth IRAs, 401ks to get your tax breaks. Because if not, you're going to end up having to pay more in taxes. So you need that money to go somewhere. You understand? I don't want to make this about taxes right now. There's plenty of information out there about that. But if you're in the United States and you're a business owner, I would say other countries are very similar, especially the UK, Sweden, Ireland. I would say you guys are very similar. But if you're a business owner, retirement is a myth, at least for a little while. Your business is your retire. Guys, I'm never going to retire. I don't have any traditional retirement plan. I am my retirement plan. I do not plan on going out here and physically laboring. I do not plan on doing that. I plan on being more desk ridden, sitting behind a desk, kind of pointing my finger, shoot, move, communicate kind of thing. Let's execute, do this and that. So, but I'll never retire. Look at Trump. I understand. I'm using that, and I'm using that example. He's a billionaire, but listen, he could retire. Guys, if you go down this road, especially if you're trying to be some form of a conglomerate, maybe you own a construction company, a remodel company, then you turn that remodel company also into a roofing company. Then that roofing company also becomes a concrete company. Then that concrete company also turns into swimming pools, and you just do a all around one-stop real estate shop of home remodel, repair, roofing, concrete, everything. There's no retirement, guys. And you can build that. I can teach you how to build that. That's what I'm here for. But that is something tailored for you. I can teach you how to build a major conglomerate out of the company that you already have. It's literally just moving money and starting different businesses under that. You get what I'm saying? We could talk about that at some point if you guys really want to cover that, how to create a conglomerate, or if you're already a business owner, I can tailor that to you. I'm talking to the masses. I'm talking to the masses. So for those just starting out, becoming your own CEO, we've already talked about cleaning up your life. We hit on that shortly. Cleaning up your life, emails, bank accounts, getting rid of the friendships. I've harped on that enough on this channel. I really don't want to move into that, but you are going to have to say goodbye to friends and family, especially friends, especially high school buddies. You could circle back around and see them, or high school girlfriends. You could circle back around and see them later. But ideally, if they have not progressed and moved forward in life like you're going to do, it's not going to be good. They're not going to be happy with their circumstances, and they're going to project that negative energy off onto you. So it's really no going back. Do you think Tom Cruise can go back to Kentucky? He spent most of his time in Kentucky. Do you think he can go back to Kentucky and try to look up those old people? What do you think's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? What do you think happens to 50 Cent if he goes back to his old neighborhood? Can't, man. You can't. You've leveled up so far, you cannot go back. And this is what's hard on people in the beginning, because you have to enter a period of no man's land. No man's land, guys. It is a real place. No man's land is that place from the person you used to be to the person you're trying to become. It's that period in the middle from who you used to be to the man or woman you're trying to become. Them, there, to here. However you want to look at it. It's the old you to the new you. It is that stretch of land in between. It is that stretch of grass, but it's that thought, that vision that nobody else can see but you. No man, that's what it is. Honestly, I like that. No man's land is the vision that nobody else can see but you, and you're going to have to walk it alone. Nobody's going into no man's land with you. Very few create a group like Steve Jobs did that entered into no man's land together. Those men went into no man's land together. I don't know how many of them it was. What was it? 3, 5? Some of you know that story. Leave it in the comments. Tell me some information about that to look up as well. I'd like to look something up on that. But only a very few get that lucky to where there are actual people that want the same thing you did and are as hungry as you. And they're going to walk into no man's land with you. No man's land is lonely. It is hard. Most people quit and they don't make it. I live in no man's land, guys. I'm always alone. I'm always alone. Very few people move as fast as I do. They operate as quick as I do. I've told you before that if I have a goal for a year, I try to get it done in 6 months. I try to get my goals accomplished half the time, I guess. If I set a 2-year plan, let's get it done in a year. So this becoming your own CEO is a 3 to 5 year process, and you can do this in 2.5 years. You've cleaned up your life. Now we're walking into no man's land. No man's land is levels. You're going to have to level up throughout this period. I do not know how long no man's land is going to be for you. I've seen no man's land 6 months. I've seen it 6 years. I took a major period of no man's land is very similar to monk mode. You're going to have to go monk mode to go into no man's land. If not, then you're going to come out of no man's land, have some recreational time, and then go right back into no man's land. I don't really recommend that. I just stay there. I don't tease my body and my mind with things other than. I just stay there and I go. I don't tease myself. It's like an alcoholic saying, "Oh, I'll just have 1 beer on Christmas." That's the goal. I went sober all year. I'll just drink 1 for Christmas. No. No man's land, and you try to come out to tease yourself, to go on a date, have sex, to go binge drink for a weekend. No, you're not, because you're not going to re-enter no man's land. You're going to have to start all the way over. No, I'm not doing that to myself. So no man's land is lonely. It is lonely. It is a major period of sacrifice on friends and family, and it is nothing but putting your head down, nose to the grindstone, and working for 3 to 5 years. You're going to need to find a job, guys. You're going to need to find a job that you can handle for the next 3 to 5 years. And you're going to need to do nothing but work it. Find the highest paying job. I really don't care what it is. Find the highest paying job that you can find and be prepared to literally work it for the next 3 to 5 years. Put your head down, stay away from the drugs and alcohol, stay away from the loser friends, and work and grind it out. That's no man's land. No drinking, no smoking, no playing around. It is self-education. No man's land is busy. No, you don't have time. If you got time in no man's land, you ain't in no man's land, man. You're bullshitting. Guys, I'm in no man's land right now. I've been in no man's land right now. I've kind of been able to slow down because there's a period of no man's land where the canopy will open up, and this will be for you as well. You're going to walk into no man's land, and it's going to be hard. It is going to be cold, dark, wet, and lonely. It is going to be hard. You're going to walk in there, and the first thing you're going to see is pure darkness, black, pitch black. You don't know what the hell you're doing, where you're going, what to do. You just know that you want to change your life, and this shit's got to end today. And it's gotten real dark in there. It's going to be cold, wet, lonely, might even smell funny. Hell, I don't know. There's going to be periods of famine. You're going to be hungry. No man's land is serious. No man's land is real. Most people can't even fucking make it. Once they step in there and they see how hard it is, they spend a few days, a couple weeks, less than a month, they ain't making it. They stop. They quit. They gave up on their hopes and dreams, and they go back to their mediocre life. They go back to working at the hospital. They go back to working at the mall. They go back to fixing cars. They quit. It's fucking hard. You want it to be easy. You want it to be given to you. There has to be a period of sacrifice. Somebody in your bloodline has to freaking sacrifice for everybody else to win. Now, what sucks is down your bloodline, somebody's going to fuck up your sacrifice. It happens in every family. But right now in your timeline, you're the one that has to sacrifice for everybody else to win. They're not going to understand you. Your family's going to talk shit about you. Your friends are going to make fun of you. But then when you wake up in a decade and everybody's living and bottom feeding off of you, you feel me? You'll be able to sit there alone because you're never coming out of no man's land. While your family's in there enjoying all the Christmas gifts, you'll be sitting out back smoking a cigar, reflecting on what you did. Or ladies, you'll be sitting out back drinking a glass of wine in your new home by the swimming pool, reflecting on the sacrifices you made so that they could have that big ass 10-foot Christmas tree in the dining room and all that shit. They could have that big old turkey on the table. Get it in 2030. That's very possible for you. That's very possible for you if you want to have that 2,500, 3,000 square foot home with a swimming pool in the backyard, sitting on 2 acres, nice trees and all that shit. That's possible as hell. New cars in the driveway. It is. You can have anything you want in life in 5 years. Anything. But you have to know what it is. You have to see the vision. You have to create a plan. See a vision. Create a plan and execute. Fuck everybody else along the way. Your family will understand when you do it. When you're able to circle back around in 5 years and pick their ass up. Now, you may not want to. Your friends and family might have talked so much shit about you along the way that you might just wash your hands and say, fuck it, I'm out. But outside of that, create a vision. Whew, you guys got me hyped, man. You got, because I know my own personal experience and what I went through. See a vision, create a plan, and execute. And execute. No man's land is lonely. It is a major period of sacrifice. My no man's land was 2 years solid before I came out. 24 months, the canopies opened up for me. The sun was shining on my back. So no man's land looks like a trail, a path. It is dark, cold, wet, and lonely. You're walking down this trail. You're going down this path, and along the way, people are going to step out and say, hey, man, here's something to drink. Here's something to eat. Let me tell you how to do this, how to speed this up. They're going to help you, but they're not coming with you. And once they help you, they give you those little gems. They send you back off. Maybe you get a little side quest along the way here and there that pushes you along, that speeds you up, that remotivates you. And then you go back on your way into the cold, wet, dark, lonely, the suck. You go back in there alone. Nobody's coming with you, man. Your journey, your trail, your path, it's for you. It's for you. It's very unlikely somebody's going to stand beside you during this period. It's very unlikely. And so as you're headed down this path, eventually you're going to get so far. For me, it was about 24 months. I got so far, about 24 months in, the canopy opened up. The sunshine was coming in. I was no longer really cold, dark, wet, lonely. I was no really longer in that exact environment. The sun was shining on my back. It felt pretty good. But I knew I wasn't done. I was not done. I was still far from where I was trying to go. But that 2-year period, so in the beginning, that 2 years looked like no cigarettes, no alcohol, no nothing, no dating. I didn't date. I didn't drink. I didn't smoke. I didn't do shit. No sex, no nothing for 2 years. I read, I self-educated, I developed my mindset. That's where everybody's talk shit about me. He's gay, he's weird, he's this, he's that, because I was forced back around my old neighborhood. I was forced back around these people, but I had to get out. I've told you guys before on this channel, man, I've been from the penthouse to the shit house twice. Damn Pena. I've been from the penthouse to the shit house twice. I'm not going, man. I'm on my way back up for a third time. I'm not coming back down. If I do, you guys ain't gonna see me no more. I'm not gonna self-delete, but I'm out. I'm probably going to Colorado, Rocky Mountains, canvas tent type shit. You'll be like, what happened to Robert Edson? They'll write articles about that one. But from the penthouse to the shit house twice. And oh, I don't want to go back to the shit house, guys. I really don't. Don't send me there. I don't want to go back. But I ain't scared of it, man. I promise you, I'm not scared of it. If I did, I'll figure it out like I always have. When that canopy opened up and I felt the warmth on me, I knew it felt good for a second. I took me a little hiatus. I took a little siesta. I had a little break, took a little nap. Ate some good food. I spent just a little bit of money. That's when I bought some decent clothes, you know, kind of updated my wardrobe. Started smoking cigars at that period, you know, things like that. I started doing little things like that for myself. I started taking better care of me because I just walked 2 years through hell. I just spent 2 years in no man's land. Guys, I can't stress to you, if your no man's land is easy, you ain't in no man's land. No man's land is fucking hard. It is hard as fuck. It's going to be one of the hardest things you've ever done in your life. It's very mentally taxing. No man's land is hard. So if you're strolling around, bebopping, do in no man's land, you ain't in no man's land. You're bullshitting. You ain't in no man's land. So I spent those 2 years hard, no man's land, cold, wet, and hungry, beans and rice type shit. I wasn't out eating. I was not going out to eat. I was freaking canned goods. I was making sandwiches, bologna and cheese, you know what I'm saying? Fucking peanut butter and jellies. I was doing stuff like that. And I was eating that way, living that type of lifestyle. So after that 2 year period, when things started to look up and get better, that's when I paid off all my debt and I was stacking cash. And after I did all that of paying off my debt and stacking cash, the canopy opened up. The sun started shining on me. And I stayed there for a little bit. And I took that period to smoke cigars, to eat a little better, to take better. I started hitting the gym, take a better care of my health. And I stayed there for, I don't really remember how long I stayed there. It was a minute though, guys. It was probably a year. I mean, I'd say that, you know, it's definitely it was more than 6 months. It was 6 months to a year, somewhere in there, 10 months or so. But I realized, hey, this is not it. This is not over. It's been fun, but stop fucking around at Texas Roadhouse. I was not drinking. Stop fucking around with Texas Roadhouse. You're smoking too many cigars. Let's get back to it. This is not it. And I was only making about $65,000 a year at that time. I needed to get to 90, 100. That's where I was thinking. Like if I could just get to 85, I need to get another 20 grand. Let me get to 85. So that was my goal. That was my vision. I created a plan. I executed. I went back into no man's land. I went from 55, 65 to 85. I just wanted to get to 85. And this is all through blue collar employment, working for somebody else. If you're a business owner, it's easier for you as a business owner to do this, but working for somebody else, you're at the mercy of what they're going to pay you. So I said, listen, just let me get to 85. Let me go from 65 to 85. So if you're on a low income going from 35, maybe it's to 55 or 65. Do not, if you're working for somebody else, if you're at 35 a year, $40,000 a year, that is Best Buy. That is Walmart. All you need to do to get to 65 is become a manager. You need to take a management position. I can go over finding a better job later if you guys want to talk about that. I'm talking to the masses. If you want me to tailor these, I'm dropping breadcrumbs. I have to. If you want me to tailor this directly to you, schedule a one-on-one. But I wanted to go from 65. Just let me get to 85 or 90. If I can get from 85 to 90, that's, a $20,000 pay raise. That's life-changing. That's life-changing. And that's what I did. I went back into no man's land. I went to work. I took an area management position. I took a higher position. I'd already been with the same company. Going into no man's land and staying with the same company is key. It is ideal. That is what you want. You want to find a job that you can handle for the next 3 to 5 years. You want to work the shit out of that job and take all the overtime you possibly can, pay off or pay down your debts, stack cash, get yourself to a $10,000 emergency fund. You need to know what your basic survival rate is. Your basic survival rate is how much does it cost for me to live on planet Earth? Okay, you need to know what your basic survival rate is. How much does it cost for me to live, for my physical body, for my meat suit to live on planet Earth? BSR, basic survival rate. How much does it cost for me to live, me and my family? I can go over basic survival rate. I have videos down the timeline. I'll figure out how to get that up. You guys go look. All right, go look. I got a video literally called Basic Survival Rate. Robert Edson, Basic Survival Rate. Go look at that, okay? Shit. Make me do all the damn work. You guys want it for free. Damn, son. Damn. So I realized that I need to go from 65 a year to 85. It's not that hard. It's really just a bump up in positions. And that's where though, you got to sacrifice your time. As a father, as a man, I know you want to be around your kids. As a mother too, I understand, but my channel is predominantly men. But as a parent, I know you want to be around your kids, but here's the deal. Here's the deal, guys. It's one thing to be an absent parent and that your lifestyle for the child shows it. It's another thing to be an absent parent and it doesn't. What I mean is if you become the CEO of your own life and you really start hard hitting, making more money, you're not going to be around. You're not going to be around. It's impossible. But the lifestyle that your kids will get to live, the home, the neighborhood, the Christmases, the parties, maybe you get to put them in private school, the lifestyle that they get to live off of your sacrifice of time and not being there. You understand? Like I told you guys yesterday, and it's a round robin kind of thing. In order for you to win, somebody else has to lose. In order for you to get to the next level, you have to leave the old one behind. Where you are at today has to be left behind. And if today you're spending 20 hours a day with your kids, that is great. I understand. But if you want to be super successful, it's not going to happen, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to happen. If you want to be super successful, I'm not saying you got to neglect them, but I'm saying if you want to have wealth, you're not going to be there. Unless wealth looks like a home office. If you're working from home, that's different, but then that's discipline. I'm in a home office right now, and it's pure discipline that my son fully understands, but he's older. But he understands dad's at work. This is dad at work right now. He fully understands. Man, guys, this is not just uploading. YouTube is a job. So for you, anybody that thinks this is such an easy bullshit. Bullshit. Don't stop letting these people lie to you, man. I'm a pretty smart, squared away dude, and I'm telling you right now, YouTube is, you better be ready for 40 hours minimum, and that's being easy. YouTube is an easy 50, 60 hour week job, man. Bullshit. Stop letting these people lie to you. So, in order for you to start living the lifestyle that you want, you're not going to be there. Again, it is one thing to be an absent mother or father and your kids are living in a single wide trailer with, fucking eating trailer steaks, bologna. To those that don't know, a trailer steak is bologna. People eating trailer steaks, your kids eating trailer steaks and off-brand cereal, wearing shitty shoes and clothes, and you're not there because you're at the clubs and the bars fucking off drinking all the time. That is dumb. That is wrong. But when you're not there and your kid lives in a 2,000 square foot home or a nice upscale condo, or you guys have a nice life for yourself and you're not there, that's a hell of a different scenario. You understand? Well, I hope I don't have to beat on that, because that's self-explanatory. If you're an absent parent and your lifestyle reflects it, good on you, because you can't be there for them. So I've almost lost the train of thought where I'm at with, I'm not scripted, guys. Maybe I need to get a little scripted. All right. But, so we've walked into this period of no man's land. Mine was those 2 years and my canopy opened up. The sun started shining on my back and I was like, this ain't it. I got to get to 80 grand. I got to get to 85 grand a year. I got to get to 90. It's not that hard, guys. That's your first line supervisor or second line. That's your field manager, your area manager, but you ain't going to be there. A company is not going to want to pay you $90,000 a year and think that they want to hear that your kid is sick. They think that they want to hear that you're freaking, that you have to, go to a recital or this or that. They don't really want to hear that shit. I understand, but I understand your thought process and I understand theirs. I understand both of them. That's where cash heavy comes into play. That's where you can say, well, Bob, I quit. I got to go do this. I quit. But a lot of you aren't there, especially in this period, this 3 to 5 year period. You need to find a good company that you can latch onto and build from. A company is not going to want to hear that when they're paying you $85,000, $90,000 a year. That's your area manager. That is your Walmart floor manager. That is these types of things. I don't know about Walmart floor manager, but I'm still up there. You guys get what I'm saying? We can work on that, talking to the masses here. And you go through that period of self-sacrifice. You go through those periods, guys, of loneliness, of being left alone, of no friends, no family, no drugs, no alcohol, no man's land. Ultimately, the goal of no man's land is to continuously get you to the next level. I know I'm bouncing around with this, but it is continuously to get you to the next level. And the next level is uncomfortable, but the next level is free. If you've made it this far, the next level is free. The next level for you looks like physical fitness. It looks like personal development, self-education. That's the next level, guys. So many people are trying to figure out how to get to the next level. The next level is always free. You do not have to pay for the next level. Next level is normally physical fitness and education. And a lot of people, they think that it has to be bought. It doesn't. It does not have to be bought. It's bought with time. It's bought with energy, but you don't have to pay cash for it. The next level's free. Whew, man, I feel like I did a lot of rambling. I feel like I did a lot of I know, guys. I know. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. That was just my little take on no man's land, on sacrifice, because I'm talking to the masses, guys. If you need me to tailor this down to you, I can, but I'm talking to the masses here. And, everybody is coming from a different walk of life. Everybody is, I talk to people that are already buying franchises, to small business owners, to large business owners, to doctors that own multiple practices. I talk to everybody. To the girl that just found out she's pregnant, to the guy couch hopping, to the person sleeping in their car. I talk to everybody. I need you guys to understand that when you come on the channel, that this message, it goes out to everybody. Maybe I'll try to break it down into some classroom environment and give these topics. That way you can go and review them. but that might be what I needed. I have done that in the past. So you can go look up no man's land. You can look up basic survival rate. You just got to go and find them. All right. You got to go find these things, and you can search them on YouTube and look them up to where I've already done that. And I see that I'm going to have to redo that again. Other than that, thank you guys for all the likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. And before I go, I would still like to say for the holidays, Hansel and Gretel and Goldilocks. I would like to remind you of that. Hansel and Gretel and Goldilocks. They are still here. They're still around. They're still good books. I love the fact of being able to promote these because, like I said, man, there was a time in history where these would not have been allowed to have been made, and I would not have been allowed to promote them. I love that. They're beautiful. They're nice. They're solid. These are solid, man. I love them. They're hardback, paperback. They sell for $10 on Amazon. I will leave a link to that in the description box below. But other than that, guys, have a great freaking day. Have a great freaking morning. Take care.